Hello, Christenson drivers. It's me again. This is our first YouTube video where I'm going to address the drivers. We're wanting to start these weekly to do a better job of getting information out. I apologize though that we're starting with the COVID-19 or the coronavirus updates. Yesterday I sent email out via driver tech to all the drivers with 10 items that we wanted to start immediately to help you protect yourself. Go over a few of those. We wanted you to immediately disinfect your trucks. Get everything that you touch on a daily basis, re-disinfect multiple times a day. So that would be like steering wheel, dash, door handles, door both inside the truck, outside the truck, hood latches, all the areas that you touch multiple times. We highly recommend everybody get gloves, and I would recommend that you have a set of gloves you use outside the truck and a different set of gloves, maybe tighter fitting for when you're going to go in shippers and be handling paperwork and stuff like that. So, especially around the fuel islands and places where multiple people are going to be touching things. The virus is actually live for anywhere from 4 to 48 hours, depending on the surface and in times that it's been disinfected. We've also asked you to limit your contact outside your truck. Right now, your truck, if you disinfect it, will be the cleanest, safest environment that you can be in. We know that supplies are hard to get, and we know that there's a lot of people looking for supplies, but we would also ask that you, when you shop for cleaning supplies and other supplies that you carry on the truck, that you do that in off hours to kind of limit the amount of people you're going to come into contact with. So probably sometime after 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and then before 6 a.m. in the morning. So I think you guys are probably more familiar with when the Walmarts that you can get access to, the truck stops that you'll have access to. And actually the truck stops have had a little bit better supplies than some of the Walmarts because they don't have the everyday shopper going in to the truck stops. Stay away from all driver lounges, whether they're at a shop where your truck's getting worked on, truck stops, or shippers. We don't know how often those places are going to be disinfected. Fresh air is a good thing, so those are always good times to maybe get out and do a little walk if you're waiting on somebody. Try to stay away from the driver's lounges. Here at the office in Stratford, we are disinfecting driver's lounge every evening. It doesn't hurt if you're going to come in and watch TV to bring and we'll put a bottle of disinfectant in there if you don't have your own wipes and stuff like that. But I'd bring in something to disinfect the remote control, wipe down the door handles, just the stuff again that people have been touching all day long, knowing that we're only able to disinfect those in the evening. But I think the driver's lounge here is currently safe. So if you're in Stratford, then please use that. I would say though that the driver's lounge in Lebanon, I would discontinue using those showers. We're not able to get to those as frequently. The bathrooms are common use area bathrooms, unlike the showers here where they're single sourced. So probably until further notice, discontinue the use of the showers. Still use the restroom as needed at the Lebanon terminal. I would recommend that you wash your clothing often, and as you wear your clothing, to separate your used clothing from your washed clothing, and try to at least keep your clothes washed weekly. And then, the most important thing is hand sanitizer or hand washing. And that's, if you've been watching the news, it's the number one thing that we all need to do. They're talking about a 20-second wash, so not just rubbing a little soap on the palms and then rinsing it off. I think the best way I heard it described is use it as if you were going to operate on somebody. So you want to wash top of the hand, bottom of the hands, in between the fingers, and rub the soap in around your cuticles on, and then rinse your hands. It's not a bad idea to then follow up once your hands are clean with a little soap and water and wash around lower part of your face and your nose area. Always try to keep your hands away from your eyes, nose, and mouth. In between sanitizing is extremely important, because typically the virus comes off of a surface onto your hands and into your eyes, nose, or mouth. Maintain good hygiene at all times. Daily showering's on everybody's wish list, and being a driver myself for many years, that's not always the easiest thing done, but plan your stops, plan what you're doing, keep some supplies in the truck so that at least you can do light sponge bathing daily. Get hand sanitizer, use it often. If you have any symptoms at all, light fever, sore throat, anything like that at all, that you would immediately call your fleet manager, and we will work with health professionals in your area. We've got telemed doctors that we can get you in touch with. If they require you to see a physician, then we can help you get that scheduled. Most of the states now are rolling out drive-through testing facilities. So it's very important that if for any reason you believe that you've come in contact with someone or that you have symptoms, that we try to stop the spread of it as quickly as possible. And if you need to be self-quarantined for any reason based on one of those calls, then we will work directly with you to help do that, whether we get you in a motel room or we try to self-quarantine in the truck, which actually could be one of the safest locations you could be in right now, because more than likely you're the only one that's been in that truck. Our shippers and receivers are rapidly changing processes, and I know that this could be very frustrating at times, but most of them will have a series of questions they're going to ask you before they allow you on site. Take those questions seriously, answer them professionally and honestly, and then follow their guidelines. You know, they're trying to protect you, they're trying to protect their product, and they're trying to protect their business as well. So please follow those guidelines. We're trying to keep up with them to notify you in advance of you arriving at a shipper or receiver if those guidelines have changed, but they're changing so often and so quickly we may not be able to do that. With that being said, that's kind of a quick roundup of what we talked about yesterday. I did say in the email that we would be having daily updates. So today's daily update is we currently have 37 states that have closed their school system. And we have around 15 states that have completely closed restaurants and bars. Several other states have chosen to limit restaurants to 50% occupancy. Some states are currently at 100 maximum. Some states are at 50, but yesterday's guidelines came out from CDC and the World Health Organization that they believe that that should be no more than 10 people gathering in public places. So know that this is going to be changing rapidly, and so I'll continue to get messages out to you to help you understand from our perspective what we're trying to do to protect our businesses and our livelihoods. The other thing I want to talk to you about is supplies. So if you were to be quarantined in the truck for 14 days, it's vital that you have water and food. So estimated amount of water, whether you get it in gallon jugs or you get it in bottles, you should probably try to keep around 6 to 8 gallons of water on the truck. That's portable drinking water. to be used only for drinking, not water to be used for bathing or any other purposes. You should get dry goods such as dry soups, ramens, cup of soups, things like that that can be microwaved with water or mixed with water to produce meals. Along with that, some canned goods that would have protein in them. Beans, Spam, Vienna sausages, canned chicken. You should stock up on over-the-counter flu medicines along with either Advil or ibuprofen for fever management. And again, if you can get disposable gloves would be good for a lot of reasons. They're going to be tight-fitting. When you're done with them, you can dispose of them, but also because they're made out of latex, you could reuse those by washing them vigorously in soap and water. We currently are still open in the office for drivers, but we have shut down all other outside vendors and customers, and we've discontinued all business travel. I'll still be traveling by vehicle, not by plane, back and forth between Nashville and Stratford. But other than that, we are limiting our travel. As well, we're trying to be smart here at the office, but prepared as well. So we've surveyed our office. We understand those that can work from home as if they were here in the office. We know those that can work from home in a minimal capacity. And we are very confident that if for some reason we need to separate and send people home and work from home, that we will be able to do our daily jobs and protect our drivers. With that being said, it's really important that you do your part, because without drivers on the road, we won't have a need to have people in the office. So make sure you keep current on your hygiene. If you have any questions, reach out to your fleet manager. If you have questions about customers, reach out to your fleet manager. And always, you have my phone number. You can reach out to me. Know that I'm probably busier than I have been in a really long time. I will return your call, leave a message, and I will get back to you as I can. You can also reach me by text or email, and I will respond to those as well too. So hopefully we've got just a few more weeks of this and we'll start getting back to normal, but a lot of that's going to depend on how we handle the next 10 to 14 days. So be safe out there as always. Safety takes priority, and we are where the truckers truck. Thank you.